Dan has asked me to give a devotional. I don't know how many of you know me. I am Blair Pride, and I haven't been around this church very long. This month will be 90 years, so I'm an old man. So maybe that's why he asked me to give the devotional, what an old man has to say. And right now, we're living in a time that I'd never thought would happen. We're living in a strange and terrible time. And everyone is consumed from about this virus that's going around. And it's all are taking so many different precautions not to get it or to spread it. We're wearing masks. Did you ever think you'd go to a grocery store and see everybody in masks? So it's just at different times. They're wearing masks, washing their hands, keeping their distance from one another, which is strange too. And even today, we had church in a drive-in theater. Did you ever think you'd see a church in a drive-in theater? It wasn't where we were that made the difference, but it was worshiping God. Wherever we are, that's where the house of God is. So we don't, we do all these precautions of wearing a mask and that so we don't pass it on. And we're just so concerned about it and from getting it and dying from it. A lot of people are so concerned about dying from coronavirus. But I think there's something that more important that we need to be concerned about that we don't seem to worry about, and that is dying from having the Lord Jesus Christ as our personal Savior. I think sometimes we get too concerned with that and not worry about our own soul on it. And that's why we need to be more concerned about that. That is, when we die without Christ, we will die without hope. Just think, if every one of us would spend as much time as we do trying to avoid the virus as put it into knowing Jesus Christ, how much better off we would be on it. And we need to ask ourselves, how much time am I spending studying God's Word? I had an old elder friend of mine once tell me that you can read the Bible through hundreds of times and not know it. But when you read the Bible, we need to study it to see what God is telling me and you He wants us to do. And how much time are we spending in prayer? Are you spending as much time in prayer as you do wash your hands every day? Now that we're washing hands all the time on it, we need to spend our time in prayer. And everyone is talking about this virus. Ask yourself this. How many people have you said something this week about this coronavirus? In the same token, how many people have you said anything to this week about how God has blessed you and your family? I thank God every day, and sometimes several times a day, for the blessings that God has given me. He had given me great parents, great family, great church family, great friends, and I thank Him so much for that. Have we thanked Him for all that He's done for us? And so we need to bless Him, thank Him for the blessings that He's given all of us on it. So why do we have this deadly virus? Did you ever think about that? This virus that's going around the world, why have we got that? Could it be because that we've strayed so far from God's Word that He's and His commandments that He's kind of turned His back on us? Just take the Old Testament for instance. When you read the Old Testament, the children of Israel, God's chosen people, who He promised to bless them and keep them, when everything was going great, they would fall away from God, and God would allow them to be captured and taken prisoner. And finally, when it got so bad that they started realizing they need to go back to God and praying for Him and asking for Him, that He send a leader to save them from their bondage. He sent us Savior too from our bondage and sin, Jesus Christ. So we need to remember that. I know that God did not cause this virus, but he allowed it to happen. He allowed it to happen. And I believe with all my heart and soul that if God wanted to right now, he could say the word and this virus be completely gone forever and everybody could be healed. God has that kind of power. He created it. He's created all of this. So we need to realize how great he is and thank him for it on it. And the doctors say that we need to keep our distance from everybody. But in James 4:8, what's he say? Draw near to me, and I will draw near to you. He's not saying that he drew away from us, but we've drawn away from him. But if we come back, he'll draw back near to us. How much power do you have in your prayer life? Did you ever stop and think of that? What did Jesus say about it? If we have the faith of a mustard seed, which is a little seed, what could we do? We could move mountains. Now, do any of you have a mountain in your life that needs moved? Now's the time to pray about it. God can handle it. He's handled it for all of us at times of that. And so we need to let God be a part of our prayer life and our everyday life. And will he answer it the way we want to? God doesn't always answer our prayers just the way we want to. Take Jesus Christ himself, the Son of God. When he's headed to the cross, he prayed to God. Hey, can't you do something different with this? But then he said, not my will, but your will be done. He did this 3 times. And he even did so fervently that he had drops of blood on his brow from praying this. So he didn't answer just the way Jesus wanted it to that way, but he knew what the best way. Don't you think this is a great way that we got Jesus as a personal sacrifice, that we don't have to sacrifice animals now? That'd be hard to take, but God knows what's best for us. God works in mysterious ways, and I think every one of us has felt that sometime or other when God worked in a mysterious way we didn't even think about, but God knows best. Let's go to God in prayer. Father God, I thank you for being the wondrous, wonderful, gracious God that you are. I'm glad that you loved us so much that you're willing to send your Son to die for us. Now, Father, may we accept him and his commandments and follow them. And we know that great things can be accomplished not only here in Bethel, but throughout all the world. So let us return now to the true and only God, and let him lead us in all our ways, is my prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you.